So I got this big box of games here, some Game Boy and Sega Game Gear, and this one, Genesis title, High Seas Havoc. My buddy actually threw that to me for free for buying all this other stuff. It's about a $40 game, so that's nice of him. I got all this games from him for about 60%. I usually try to buy from him every couple weeks. He always collects massive amounts of games and lots that he buys and doesn't really want everything, so he sells some to me. And so this time I picked out some handheld games. Last time I got some Super Nintendo from him. So I got a lot of testing ahead of me. A bunch of these Game Boy games here, and a bunch of Game Gear. I don't use my Game Gear too often, but I'm definitely gonna have to pull it out here and test some of these. You know, the Game Gear, I was never really a huge fan of it because of the, you know, the battery life on it kind of sucked. And, you know, as you have a Game Gear, you also know that it's prone to not work. Fortunately, I have one that I got recapped, and it works, I think, okay, at least the last time I used it. I'm looking forward to playing this devilish game. It's kind of like Arkanoid, except for your the screen's going upwards. So that looks fun. But yeah, so I grabbed a bunch of these. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer the Game Boy Color, or do you prefer Sega's Game Gear? Now, I also have a Sega Nomad, but that primarily just plays Sega Genesis games on the go, which is a neat feature. But once again, Sega did not have a good battery life with that, and it's prone to the same similar problems that the Game Gear always had. So it just sucks because such a nice system with some good games, but you know, the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy, you could last forever with a pair of batteries. Well, the Game Boy Color used to. But let me know what you think in the comments. Like and follow, subscribe.